Chat or in messaging? You dressed as a Grinch or something? Oh shit, I see it. Let's go. Put the cowboy in. And we're live, so I can't say anything crazy. Come on, now touch me, baby. Can't you see? Wrap me in my arms again. The adrenaline.
Good morning, guys. They should be able to hear you too now.
Oh,
Holy Gucci. Yeah, a little shocked at the puke this morning, for sure. It's gonna come right back up though. It's gonna be the only problem.
I picked up some 187.5 NVIDIAs. I want to grab some 185s above the level if we can get above and test it. Extra $20. Putting more limits at 10. That's a YOLO size. Very tiny. I want to day trade it with the 185s. I'll keep y'all posted. Big pop, huh?
Yeah. Kind of not surprised. Just why not go down to 580s and then 200-point ripper back to the upside?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna hurt if the Dow just makes the move. I mean, S&P, same thing. I kind of liked the open better down there at like 613s.
I don't think my video's on stream yet.
Oh, my bad. There you be.
Both got green on. You know what that means.
You say what?
I said we both got green on. You know what that means.
It's a green day.
It's got to mean something. NQ straight up.
Yeah, I normally try and get it in there. She said both gay. That's funny. Osborne's got the cowboy hat.
She wants a cowboy. How is cowboys? Cowboy can be.
I'm just giving it a couple minutes here and then we'll kind of run through. I figure we're going to see this first initial move.
Went along the video. 185. They're $75 right now. Is it worth grabbing them with the $25 risk?
got posted.
An instant.
All right. Sweet. That should be good now. Alrighty. We pushed through that 732s. That's a 200 point just immediate like reversal back to the upside off that sell off this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Dow's kind of rejecting a little bit here so far. My game plan was hopefully to see us like turn red just for a moment instead of just absolutely rip off the open. I think that would have made things a little bit more interesting. I loaded up a couple those Apex evals we were trading with yesterday. I might grab a couple more today.
Nvidia trying to take out pre-market lows. It's weak. Same as Apple.
I'm just trading 934s, equal lows there. 48,000 being the level. NASDAQ pulling back. Russell got new lows. Do we assume the 5-minute 1, 2, 3 here for NASDAQ? We're red for a moment. And that's about it on that bar so far. No, I wouldn't try and fade this NASDAQ yet. We could run straight to 864s. I'm keeping an eye on gold too. I'd love to see a gold sweep of these lows. 55.90, the level's right in there at 55.60s. I'd love that. I think that would be fantabulous. excuse me. I'm gonna grab a little bit of shit. Um, I grabbed a little bit of Dow there before the break of 48,000. I kind of like that. We'll see if we can't try and make the push up into 224s. It had those equal lows down there, 934s. I like this from a continuation standpoint. I'm just going to use the level as a pure breakout type of move here. If it does give like some sort of 2-minute entry or something like that, then obviously we'll look to do more with it, but we do kind of have that 5-minute 1, 2, 3 set for NASDAQ. And now we just dropped 40 points and ruined it. I'm going to ride with this Dow for the time being.
That looks good.
I didn't want to take it down there at the opening print, but the little break over 48,000 so far. I got 48,001. Are my entries in there at the moment?
Is it something need a new low here?
Probably. The Russell just did it, but I don't know. I don't trust NASDAQ break on that
ES
move
has
like that.
ES has 68, 69, 75. Come down, test that, put a divergence. Take some ES if we touch that level.
Sound is really low. I was probably just not speaking super loud. It should be turned all the way up though.
Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. I'm mumbling a little bit. My throat hurts.
What she was doing last night.
I went to that concert last night. It was sick.
It did look pretty sick.
Yeah, Andrea. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Bocelli. The Blind Wizard. Anybody know him? Yeah, it was really cool. I've never been to anything like that.
Your wife's idea?
Say again?
Your wife's idea to go or what?
Yeah. Yeah, she bought the tickets.
Nice.
He is trying to bounce off the open. NQ did make new lows there, so I guess technically that's a divergence. When he has to touch that level though. CRM into targets. I had this level up here for a while. Let me look at that chart.
I'm letting the Dow do its thing at the moment.
Yeah, CRM above this level flips the weekly. Maybe something to look at over the next few weeks.
Yeah. No, I didn't forget about you, Coley. I got busy yesterday, and I did see that you DM'd me. It's a little difficult when I'm trying to get you though. A little difficult when India is banned for places. I did not ignore him.
Whoever KJ has been acting wild. That's not the KJ I know.
No, that's different. That's Kyle.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll get you something. I'll get you an eval or something from some prop firm. I mean, you won the Apex, but it's not available in your country, so we'll get you set up with something for sure, though. Oh, thanks, big dude. Look at this. Look
What
at
you got?
this. We got a little. I want to tip this shit out. We got a little bacon, a little hash brown.
Mm-hmm.
A little sourdough bread.
Mm-hmm. Better put some grape jelly on that bitch. Some strawberry jelly on that bitch.
No, we got butter.
I want to long the video, but it just front ran the level like a little biatch. And I want it over 184.5, so I probably should just skedaddle on out of here and not touch it. Those 185s are 25 cents right here.
Do we take NASDAQ long? Take that 5 minute and call it good.
I'll take the video if you take NASDAQ.
Oh, and you got me a coffee, dude? UG. Thank you.
Wrap me in your arms again. The adrenaline. That's that in the video, 185, 25 bucks. I took. I'm trying to get a full R in there on the video. I'm kind of forcing it, but I'm okay if it's a loser on the day. Better, way better over 184.5.
I'm kind of surprised Apple came back, or not Apple, Netflix came back like it did. More bacon? Let's go. Thank you, son.
I just had a 4-year anniversary at the company I work for, and they didn't even spell my name wrong.
You said they spelled your name wrong?
Yep. Unbelievable.
It's kind of funny, low key.
And it's got like dashes in it because it's AI generated. Unbelievable. No, I say we wait for ES to touch the level. At least I think that's what I'm going to do on my futures account. Maybe NASDAQ doesn't need the low.
Can you guys hear me crunching this bacon or no?
Yeah.
I see the Tesla idea. It's kind of a weird sell setup in snow if you want a short from 231.77. Mm. The spot has been weak too.
Wrap me in my arms again. Adrenaline makes me shiver. That damn song stuck in my head.
Dow new high, or S&P's new highs.
Mm-hmm. Only market to get it so far.
Got news in 10 minutes. I don't mind that the YM opened below the level. No, I'm okay with it.
Whoa, I got some crazy ass here.
That second 5 minute bar did an equal low while Russell pushed to new lows. So I like that. And then third bar, S&P's NASDAQ made new lows and Dow pushed up through. So we do have a divergence in place. There's no signal in S&P's or NASDAQ. But it is there. No, I mean, I think it's a pretty straight, I mean, it's over 48,000. We get to, I think, 48,224s. NASDAQ pushing highs here. I feel like I should be long NASDAQ, but I'm okay with the Dow at the moment. Having a nice 70 or 80 points in the NASDAQ would be great at the moment too, though.
Yeah, it was a nice open and print test on both of them.
Yeah. A little early,
Mine.
though.
Mm-hmm.
You said
The
it.
NVIDIA, that NVIDIA did do a 5-minute inside bar and it broke the lows, kind of a shimmy there. I hate that there's a level down here. So close. Only taking some YOLOs. I'm looking at the 182.5s now. They're about $80. But I also feel like I'm maybe just wait till over 184.5. Nice move out of everything but R2I.
Yeah. I don't think it gets the move today. I think it's everything else.
Say it again. Everything but RTY gets a move.
I think so.
That makes sense.
I'm kind of kicking myself on this NASDAQ at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get attached on a video. I'm over it. I'll send alert for over 184.5. Felt myself wanting to press too much. Setup's not even there.
You on NASDAQ or Dow or anything? Yo.
Me?
Yeah.
No, I haven't touched anything today besides a couple of bucks and Nvidias. Some YOLOs. No, I haven't touched the PA or the 250 account yet. Nothing yet. You're in YM and YM.
Those are it at the moment. I got the news in like 4 minutes, so I don't want to press anything at the moment. I mean, I don't necessarily think it makes the move, but if you wanted to play something for catch up, I think it would have to be the Russell up over opening print, but it might want one more new low first. I'm just honestly trying to hold the Dow for 224s.
You talking all that shit. Come on. You're going to have to back it up. You might never come down. It took too long to get this high off the ground. Don't run, girl. Stay a while.
Bro, I think I just ate like 8 pieces of bacon.
I love bacon, but they say they got the worms in there.
They fucking taste good. I can tell you that.
Oh, it tastes so good, dude. Not fair how good it tastes.
I can't imagine not a world without bacon or steak. It's just not a world
Ain't
for
a
me.
world at all.
It's not a world for me.
Good worms. That's what they say, microscopic in those piglets, but it's so good. It's nice and crispy.
I still got 2 pieces left too.
Easy to giving away some sauce, but I agree. Got to stay disciplined. Eric always says, "Do as he says, not as he does." He likes to break the rules. He pays for it. Airbnb getting some love.
Who?
Airbnb ski. Costco getting some love. NVIDIA weak, huh? You wanted to open below the level and reject it like a baby back biatch. Cool.
AMD made a nice move, rallied more of that bar back, but it like reversed it. I don't know. Those couple of names been weird lately, I think.
Yeah, they're getting toppy, but I feel like they're not done. Yeah. Just nothing else for me to do. I don't see anything that's interesting besides NVIDIA over the level. As where all the strength goes, I guess I could long the next NASDAQ pullback, but I don't think I want to do that either.
Blame it on my mama.
Just short this little pop right here. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah, little fade action.
I can't do that either.
You feeling frisky on a Friday?
It's crazy looking back. I think I reposted one of them, but looking back at some of those charts and like where prices were 2-3 years ago, down at the lows.
Oh yeah.
One sec. One sec.
NASDAQ, a little top in action, kind of stingy going there. S&P, same thing. Anybody along the Dow? Anybody along Dow with me?
I'm back.
Dow Jones. Who?
Dow Jones.
I don't know if you were on
480. I picked the lows. Let's go to 482. All right. Cut. The videos just triggered the 15-minute as soon as I give up.
Oh, dopamine ding. Oh, that's the Dow over 133.
Beauty.
What'd you say? Oh, that was yesterday's high.
Power nab it. I got nothing. I'm just sitting with my hands in my pants. Meanwhile, Eric's printing money hand over fist, stuffing his face with bacon. You gotta love it. It is funny to like think about. I don't know. Like, there's so many people struggling to make money, and it's like, here's a clip of you making whatever the dollar amount is, right? Like eating bacon, just giggling, listening to music.
Bro, Emily
So
just texted me, said, do you want one more hash brown and two more bacon? I will say yes, ma'am.
Say, babe, I had 15, but sure. God damn, how many bacon we cooking down there?
I bought a couple different new kinds the other day.
Just like different, all different types.
Yeah, one of them was like, I don't know, whatever like the peppered stuff is, and hickory, applewood, smoked, etc.
Oh yeah, I'm a hickory guy. My mom has recently put bacon in the deviled egg stuff. It's so fire. It's
I
so
hear
crunch.
you. Low key, deviled eggs are one of the most disgusting things on the face of the planet.
You don't like any? You've never had good ones?
I mean, I don't think they make good ones. I don't think that the recipe exists, to be honest with you.
I feel you, but I also don't because some of them splash.
It's like the smacking of the middle of the egg yolk turned into something weird.
Nvidia is such a hell for show. Why'd I give up on it? Those contracts were sitting. I mentioned I flipped to the 182s. They're sitting at like $70 with a stop at 50, so $20 stop. Close to a double so far. Just got to 140, but party hasn't started. I'm gonna wait. I mean, the fact that Nasdaq and everything's getting a run, and then Nvidia's not doing nothing. It's kind of surprising. Everything else, AMD's breaking highs, SMCI breaking highs.
You can tell her. You can tell her all you want. Hey, listen. The best dish that she's ever made, in my opinion, is the meatballs. Cancel Christmas. I don't like the deviled eggs.
But it's Friday. I ain't got shit to do.
You ain't got no job.
Great day to be alive, baby. Blessed.
Christian says I'm getting a massage, probably smoking a doobie prior.
Fucking love that.
It's funny because one of Jackson's teachers literally said the almost identical phrase to me the other day. It's kind of crazy the difference in relationships you have with like homeschool teachers as opposed to like traditional classroom setting teachers.
Jackson's
Huh?
Jackson's homeschooled,
Oh yeah.
but y'all don't do it. Y'all have like a teacher that comes.
Yeah, he's got a group that he goes to. So I mean he still does stuff here at the house too, but yeah, he's got 3 days a week with
Nice.
other homeschool kids.
What's up, Mr. FX? Enjoy your weekend.
All right, man. Have a good weekend. Talk about me, dog.
Have you ever listened to that guy I was talking about,
Who?
Andrea Bocelli?
No, I don't even know how to spell it, bro.
Andrea, and then Bocellli. You've heard some of it. Like, have you heard this one?
Hold on, don't play it. I'll play it over here.
I wasn't. I was gonna play that 2 seconds. But it's just so crazy. It's like kind of opera orchestra type music. I'm honestly not the best. He's like a living legend, to be honest.
Dude, he got
Um,
11.4 million monthly listeners on Spotify.
no, he's a living legend. Been doing it for like 40 years. But it's just like so crazy. I mean, there's a couple things I could say, but one of the things that stood out is like if someone came out with this kind of music today, they would be like laughed at. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just so funny to think how long this music has
Show the camera.
lasted. What up, Jackson? Is
Hi,
that Batman or Jackson?
Batman. It's a Batman mask.
Let's go.
That's cool, Bubba.
It also says things. Hold on.
What's your favorite Batman movie? Have you seen The Dark Knight?
The what?
The Dark Knight?
I don't know what that is.
You gotta ask your dad if you can watch it. Maybe not now, maybe later.
Yeah, maybe in a year or two.
I'm watching Ninja Kids right now.
All right, go watch him.
Nice.
Big boy.
Jackson, so we long or short today?
What?
He said long or short. You gotta pick one.
What's happening?
Just long or short. You just gotta pick one. It's direction.
Long.
He said long.
All right. You heard it here first.
There it is.
Order field.
I'm kind of kicking myself for
Not taking NASDAQ.
yeah. There was a nice little shimmy right here too.
Mm-hmm.
770s. Heh. Buying more evals and full forcing. Little JLD. Yeah, I don't. This is probably honestly, I'm listening to it now. This dude's honestly probably better live for sure.
Yeah, like I can't listen. Like I don't listen to his music a lot, like all the time. He has some classic music. Like the one. Did you recognize the song I posted?
No,
Oh, you didn't.
no.
He's got some like recognizable stuff from film and stuff, but yeah, it was just like an experience live, and like because it was him singing, and there was like women. You know, it was him and a woman, like the duel with the whole orchestra. Plus, there was like interpretive dancing going on. Like, I don't know, it's just totally different than like going to see John Mayer or Drake or anything nowadays.
Yeah, if it's like
Nasdaq is
a full on performance, that's a little different.
yeah, it was cool. It was the term music to the ears, like it really was just like so soothing to the ears. The sounds they were making. Nasdaq straight ripper into targets here.
You was out late for you though.
Mm-hmm. I was out late. Dude, look at that weekly. We called it 3 week pullback. I called it when Nasdaq was at 24,700s. $1,000 move, 1,000 point move.
That's a beautiful move so far. 25,900's coming up.
And on that note, I'm gonna bounce, boys. You have a good day. I might join Christian's plan.
You out?
Yeah, dude. I ain't got nothing to do on the charts. I can sit here and act a fool and rap if you want me to, but
Well, I went from, how you say his name? Andrea Bocelli,
mhm.
to putting some TI on, so we we can do that.
I don't know if I know any TI off the top of the dome.
Say I'm flying down 285, but I'm focused. You know that one?
I don't know if I know that one. I can't even think of a song. I'm trying to think of a TI song.
Man, that's
What you know about that? What you know about that? I know all about that.
a little disappointing.
Rubber band man, wild as the Taliban. Always in trouble, man.
Let's see if I can pull this up. We got
Loaded fofo on the low, where the cheese at?
money, hoes, cars, and clothes.
That's how all my gangsters roll. What is it, about 3 hours here if you took that 2 minute? If you waited for the 5 minute, a little less. Is that crazy? Yet. But I mean, I think we just keep running.
The roof wide open. Let me to see if my eyes open. Been
Yeah, I'm
drinking
about to
and
be.
I've been smoking. You out?
Yeah, I'm out, man.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for tuning in. You still holding some NVIDIA, right?
Thanks for having me. Yeah, I mean, I'm holding the YOLOs. It's got to go to like 195, 200 to do anything.
Okay.
Never put a full day trade in there.
You think we're done? NASDAQ hits 864 to 900s?
I wouldn't be surprised if that bitch keeps running to 2600.
I mean, here's the thing. We got room to 6944s on S&Ps.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it just keeps running. Nobody's in longs right now.
My Dow kind of stalled. It looked good initially, and then now it's been stalling these last 15 minutes while NASDAQ and S&Ps rallied, so we might just have to put a trail in that, and I'll join you.
You got plans this weekend?
Yeah, I'm doing a turn and burn up to Virginia.
A little turn and burn ski.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
We're we're running up there and then literally turning right back and coming back next day. So we gotta visit some family. There's a there was a lady up there that was basically like a second mom to my dad as well. That's in a nursing home up there. And she called him. It's hilarious. I'll post her up on a story. She's funny as shit, dude. This older black lady, I think she's like, I don't know, she's like mid 80s, maybe 90 at this point. I don't even know. She's been old. She's been old my whole life.
She's been old since I met her.
Yeah, like legit. And my
It's
dad.
weird how doesn't it feel like is she like look younger than she did back in the day?
Well, so yeah, but she also kind of has a cheat code because she's black. So like,
I feel like even my grandma, I feel
that
like
helps.
I feel like they all looked older like 20 years ago. Most of them, most 60, looked worse in their 40s for whatever reason.
Dude, we were talking about it the other day, and my dad was born in '63, and she came around and started working for my grandma in '69. So my dad was like 6, 7 years old, and he's like, she's been old ever since I met her, and my dad's now like 60. He's like, she's legit been old my whole life.
That's funny.
But yeah, she's hilarious. She called him on Thanksgiving, and she's like, all right, boy, next time you coming through this way, you need to come see me. That's exactly how she talks too. It's hilarious. But yeah, we're gonna go see her, and then some of my mom's family and stuff like that. A little Christmas party.
Nice.
So, but yeah, it'll be quick trip up and back. Unfortunately.
We'll be safe and enjoy. Peace out, gang. Thanks for having me.
I shall. Appreciate you, bro.
Talk to you. Yep. Peace.
Peace. All right, we got a nice little pullback there in the Dow. This is the only thing I've done so far. We've been kind of slacking, I feel like, on pressing NASDAQ or S&Ps, but a pretty straightforward trend so far. Yeah, let's go, Christian. Good work, dude. My top laid back. By the way, if y'all have not already done so, I'd grab yourself a couple of these Apex accounts because $6 PA fee is honestly unreal. Do we lock the Dow in under this pivot becomes the question now. I think so. Got like 80 couple points. I know, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. We get this nice rally, we hit the upper targets, and then just range out for the rest of the day. Top laid back. I don't want to take this off, but I also kind of think back under this pivot here, we probably should. My risk reward is kind of skewed at the moment anyway. We traded all the way up to 184s and pulled back to 48,100. So we pulled back like 80 couple points. We were only trying to make another like 40 on it there. So from that standpoint, I don't think my risk reward is phenomenal. I kind of think I want to wait and see if we can't get a pullback in S&Ps to long, maybe like somewhere under like 68.96s or so, and just look and see if that's going to be the runner today up to 69.44s. I mean, I don't think there's anything else up here. I'm kind of giving the Dow just a second, but it's probably going to have to get closed. My risk reward's already off, so. No, I didn't give it the full, I wasn't giving it the full room. I sized it for 50 points down to 950s. We really shouldn't have, if the breakout was going to occur, we really technically didn't need all the way down to 930s. You know what I mean? Like it should not, once it broke out, considering we already tested it, pulled back to opening print, kind of all the things, right? Got the equal low. It really shouldn't have needed to get back down in there or not. This Netflix move is standing out to me. We got 96.75s there. Yeah, no, if we do, yeah, they're buying somebody, right? I think I saw. Nice Dow hold there. We got like 40 seconds here. I'm kind of open to the idea of a S&P long idea. Yeah, I'm at a decent move. I feel like yesterday kind of ruined it though. Yesterday's gap in there ruined the NASDAQ from yesterday, so then today we just got a hard sell off in the morning for legitimately no damn reason. The other thing in the Dow, 48,435s, and that all-time high up there, 528s. If S&P does go to 69.44s, we pull back to 96.75s, and what was I saying, 96 quarters or so. I'd like to see one more pullback. Russell's probably it here too. 25.49s. 5-point stop now to try and make 10 though. All right, Christian. Have a good weekend, bro. Congrats on that baby. Go enjoy that massage. All the hard work you did. But no, I feel you on that. Market might run. And you caught a nice move. 3.5 hours on a Friday. I don't blame you. I'm trying to go for a little over 4 here on Dow, and then we call it a day. A one-armed baby making. Bro, you're gonna need that arm healed up though before baby gets here for sure. In May? You should be good by then, right? Oh, solid. Yeah, you'll be Gucci. But all right, bro. You have a good weekend. We'll see you next week. That's kind of the thing I'm looking at is like, if we can make up a decent little move today, which I mean, technically we would have had that in the S&P or the NASDAQ. They gave a little bit better risk reward at the moment. The Dow looked really good, and I was kind of being a dick for a tick on trying to get some of it up there. If we were to look at this, let's say we did this. Entry price, say 69.04. Stops are 68.96s. Targets are 69.44s, right? That's a 5-to-1 risk reward ratio. A 5-to-1 risk reward ratio. We're going to wait for the pullback here, see if we do trade 96s now and get a little sweep under that low we just set. The 15-minute at the moment looks pretty freaking solid if we stay on a breakout. I'm going to just slowly start to inch into a position here. Like 10 to 15% of size, using some micro contracts. How long does top one take to get an account ready to get funded after passing eval? Should be next day, right? Did you pass one? Oh yeah, hit them up. It should not take that long. If you pass the eval, it should be. I mean, it's pretty. The only one I know of that does it same day at the moment is Lucid. Everybody else is essentially whenever futures close, 6 p.m. Eastern. Oh, top one does same day? Oh, well then in that case, it should be ready to go. I've only ever traded the straight to fundeds there. What's up, boss man? No million today. No million today. I picked the Dow instead of the NASDAQ for some reason. And it did look good, and then it's kind of fading a little bit now. We might have to close it. We might have to close it. I let this fade way too much. I've let it fade 100 points. Terrible example of risk reward. Loading up props going into the new year, aiming to have 50 funded for January. Let's go, dude. Code MLT, you already know. What are you getting? 20 at how you doing? Are you getting 20 at Apex? 5 at Tradeify, 5 at Lucid. That puts you at 30. 5 at Tradeify puts you at 35. Is it 3 or 5 at Funded Next? I guess you could do my funded futures, take profit. That would essentially get you there, right? $20 Apex. All right. Got 30 more. Did you already get the Apexes? Oh, it's 6 at Funded Next. You're right. You're right. Mm-hmm. 6 at Funded Tick. So that's 32. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. NASDAQ trying to get a little pullback there. Trading 97.50s there for S&Ps. We're at 99s at the moment. Let's see if we could add a little bit on S&Ps at 97. Actually, 96. Five my funded, 5 Top Step, 5 Lucid. No Tradeify? Do the rock away. My goal is 60 accounts for the new year between all props. Let's get it. Let's go, Joe. I contributed to like 5 or 6 of those. How many you got now, Joe? You grab some of the straight to fundeds on like Tradeify and stuff, don't you? Well, hold up. So you missed, yeah, straight to funded only from Tradeify. So hold up, you missed Tradeify, and then top one. Why not use Tradeify and top one instead of my funded and top step? You got 18 funded. So you need 42 more to hit the goal. Yeah, I think the new Tradeifys, if I didn't already have the Lucids to focus on at the moment, which I still haven't done anything with them. Straight to funded is whack. I mean, I don't think they're bad. If you're adding a bunch of other accounts, then yeah, evals give you a little bit more flexibility and obviously cheaper and all that. All right, that's nice bottoming tail. My funding gives you 6K per payout. Nice little 5-minute Tesla, maybe trying to break out there. Little shit stopping. Big shit popping. I mean, at the end of the day, all the rules for the most part now are fairly consistent. Nice S&P grab off 96s there. Little shit stopping. Big shit. Little shit stopping. Yeah, no, I agree with you. Rather YOLO a couple evals versus straight to funded. From a dollar value, sure. Let me adjust these numbers because I grabbed some there at 96s. I just want to see something. shit popping, little shit stopping. I agree with that. The battle between products is going to be who gives the max per payout and how quickly. Again, at the moment, Apex is still at the top when it comes to a payout perspective. Because, like, they're not necessarily going to be moving you live with just, like, you know, a 5K cap, like what we were talking about the other day. So if you got 50 G's in an account, after, you know, 6 payouts, then it's yours. They've had people go live, but I think it's very few and far between. I don't think that's been a big objective. To some degree, it also adds risk to the firm. Having to push them into a live account, and that capital be actually at risk at that point. They're better off taking the other side at the moment, would be my assumption on why you haven't seen as many as other firms. Not like they don't have the money though. They've paid out $600 million. Mm-hmm. Nasdaq pulling back a little further than I expected to there. We did trade that 864s though, so technically we don't have to go back through those highs, but we were so close to being up about 4 hours in the Dow. And then now we're 100 points off that. It's unfortunate. It's kind of like the tail end of where that S&P pullback should be. If it's gonna stop and turn, we might have to bail on it. If not, or we grab a Nasdaq from here, 765 area. Might scalp it for a minute. No, definitely a take what you can get type of market, which is definitely frustrating because it's not like my favorite type of thing. There's a trade idea here in the NASDAQ. The 2-minute would be 91 by 56. $25,791 by 25,756 at the moment. Target be 25,900s. If that was the trigger, it's only 3-1. It's not great. We're making new lows now anyway. Up over 782s. Gonna go up now? I don't know if we will or won't. I'm about to stop on this little S&P trade. Just trying for the big move in there. Give that a little bit more room than I wanted to by like 2-3 points now. The good news is that it's extremely small at the moment. All right, well. We're gonna close that up. Boo. Boo. Especially if I close that at lows. We missed a market about to have a discussion. Excuse me. Not cool. Not cool. Honestly, I might just call it a week. We can't catch the actual break this week. The one thing which I will say that we have done extremely well, which was the entire goal. Yes, we've had profits. We've allowed them to come back. Unfortunately, we used some of the Dow profits this morning as a buffer to try and layer into a small little S&P position there, to try and see if we get a move to 69.44s. So I like, again, I'm not upset by the P&L or anything like that. I think in total, I think we're down like maybe $350 on the week in the top one account that I've been showing. So from a risk reward standpoint, you know, we're down essentially the equivalent of like a single day's P&L that we were having for the whole month of November in there, right? So, and I think this is the point where the whole like idea behind doing this to show it is like, there's gonna be times, days, weeks like this. And if we had ran and gotten the move, or we had been a little bit more proactive on taking profits, which again, the Dow today, you could make an argument that I had some kind of bad risk management on that. Is to just kind of showcase that little piece, right? Is that, yeah, you might have a week where you go sideways or lose a little bit of money, but like it should not be bad enough to erase an entire month, which is not, right? We're erasing legitimately like a day. We're not even erasing what would be like the best day of that prior month, right? So, yeah, unfortunate the way it's happened, but and we still have a little bit of risk tolerance here, and I kind of want these positions on. I think I got kind of tripped out there. Let's see what NASDAQ. High of this bar here, 767. It's a 50-point stop for 130 points worth of target, so it's not great. I don't know that that's necessarily worth doing it. I was trying to get long that pullback in that S&Ps. Again, I'm not doing anything here at the moment. I was the liquidity down here on the dip under 68.90s there. I don't love that for me either. It's a great song. Forget that I had given her an extra key. Part of me wants to try getting long again. I'm gonna add a little bit back on. I'm gonna give it just a second. I'm gonna give it a second. Fucking scared of him. Well, she wants to love me. Whoa. If you think we go lower on the day, you could look at shorts here in NASDAQ actually. Stops up over 58s. I know that's kind of a flip from like 15 seconds ago when I was looking at longs, but I pulled the chart back up again. That would not be like a normal entry for me, but do the Helen Keller and talk with your hips. Shut your lips. Can't get yourself to short. I know I'm struggling either direction here at the moment, and it's kind of leading me. Damn, it's disgusting outside. It's kind of leading me more to just like walking away, but at the same time, there's a decent enough chance and enough room that it makes sense to look at doing something if it can set up. nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Baby, ain't nothing but mammals, so let's do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. I'm going to try a little bit of NASDAQ right here. We're either just piercing these lows and getting a little shimmy and going to like try and rally this back and set a bottom here, or it's going to come immediately right back down and kind of take me out there. S&P is also probably not a bad idea. Again, this is like tiny. I'm trying to see if I can't just grab a piece that we can hold. And if we get the big move up to those upper targets, then it works out real nice. Doing like they do on the Discovery Channel. We're also right in front of opening print. Back to test the level for the Dow. So it's not picture perfect. We don't have a trigger or anything like that yet. I'm just trying the tight, low risk entry. And if we get it to work, then we in business. And pop over 38.75s, 39s would be nice from a trigger perspective. We're going to hold and not go lower here, then ideally we hold like 16s right in through here. Like I said, it's either going to be a real quick little stop. Damn, what happened to gold? Yikes, metals got rocked right there. Oh wait, hold on. I don't know what that was on NASDAQ, a little spike just now, but I didn't have a hard stop in there. I flattened it. 30 points. Yeah. All right, I might just call it a day. If we're going to bleed out to the downside, there's going to be nothing for me to do in that. That was essentially the last ditch effort there. Russell down into opening print. Everything's like right in this area where if it was going to hold, it would be here. If I get tripped out on lows, then it is what it is at this point. I'm just kind of over the week. I'm going to take my I'm going to take the hint on the loss and just accept it. It is what it is. We managed risk the right way. I do need to put together a video, though, for YouTube. Just kind of going over all that. and everything, but I was kind of over it, to be honest. Like it had a chance to be. I mean, it would be interesting, sure, but we got 864s out of Nasdaq. If I'm gonna trade something here, I think it's probably S&Ps or Nasdaq as opposed to Dow anymore for the day. Just given that they made the better move, but we've already pulled back like 25 points on the S&Ps. So it's like, if we're gonna continue to just downtrend and do like the same nonsense today that we've done for the rest of the week, and like that's the thing is, had the trades that we had on like Monday, Tuesday, like if we actually got the move that we were looking for, you know, which was essentially to here, like up into 864s, it was like 300 and some change worth of room from our entries. Like we had really fire entries down there. And we let some of that obviously come back. We've had profits on the week. We've let it come back. So, and just manage that risk really, really well. So the last thing I want to do is just continue to sit here and take these like little small stabs. You know, like that's one micro contract there. So like $60. So it's like, okay, do we really want to continue to do that and try to capture, you know, the 200 points back to the upside? Or do we just go, hey, next week we get one or two really good setups if they present themselves, and then we make back everything from this week, right? On a normal type of play, not a scalp, not a, you know, this type of action, which there was valid reason for 864s. And like I said, the Dow, I definitely mismanaged a little bit there, trying to kind of be a dick for a tick, get 224s. But yeah, I just think that's the way to go. And I'm not upset by it. I mean, it is what it is. We gave it the college try. Like we gave it every attempt this week for the positions in which we put on. And it's like, yeah, yesterday if we picked the Russell, it's a totally different week. The day before, if we got the Russell from 8170s, like, again, a totally different week. So, yeah, it just is what it is, right? But let's see. Yeah, I sent that over. So yeah. Anyways, any questions for me before I go? How's everybody feeling about the week overall? Like even that Tesla move, that was a pretty looking 5-minute kind of 1, 2, 3-ish look, new highs on the day, and just fails it. So I'm saying we'll get normal action next week. I would love some normal action. Is there like a form we can fill out to like request that? Is there something we can do for it? Who we got to talk to? Because I'm down to make a call. Just gotta let me know who to call. There's silver with a dirty little move. Like you're gonna trade 59.90s, not get 60s. Lockdown. I ain't got a job now. Me is what I call life. Choppy week overall. Yeah. I'm gonna venture to say, I mean, you guys can let me know whether you're up, down, whatever on the week. I'm gonna venture to say there's some people that had some really, really bad weeks. They had a really, really bad week. Yeah, I had to take some money and run small green. You got caught board trading instead of closing the charts down a bit, but managed loss as well. Small green. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think, I mean, again, I don't necessarily think there's anything wrong with being down 1, 2, 3 R's on the week overall. Right now, in and out of lockdown, I ain't got a job now. So unless I take another trade, I'll be break even on the week. All right, so you're saying there's a chance. The Dow front runs trades 48,001. NASDAQ front runs pullback is 683 quarters. The opening print 680s. Like, get out of here with that nonsense. Yeah, I definitely think, I mean, for sure, I definitely could have done better on the week. Again, it's just 1 or 2 missed trades. Like, legitimately, it's the Russell. You picked the Russell yesterday and the day before, as opposed to the Dow, and it's a totally different day, a totally different week. You know what I mean? And again, that's the way I've felt about individual names lately. And like, I pretty much sound like a broken record at this point, but it's like, I mean, just look at them. Just look at it. Yeah, and I think, I mean, I guess that's my point, right? Is that it legitimately takes one trade and you're back in the game. I mean, that was essentially the thing in which I was trying to do with the S&P longs was, well, I was trying to hold the Dow too, but I was trying to get the S&Ps in the event that we do get the end of day just like straight ripper to the upside, which is still, I guess, certainly possible, right? We haven't really done anything wrong inherently. The Russell probably needs a new low at some point. Maybe it rallies up here, takes opening print for a second, and then dips down, gets new lows on the day, and you buy a higher low in the NASDAQ or S&Ps. Like, if you're looking for something to do. But I mean, I also look at it and I'm like, all right, it's 11:30. Yeah, maybe we can find something to do, but at the same time, like, I also still do have to pack. Still got some things to do. So, like, is my time better served which way today? You know, with this market, or do I just put on like some options to try and, you know, see if we capture that move, right? Like, if S&Ps really are going to 69.44s, which would look a lot better had we held like 68.90s, give or take 68.92s. Then the argument is SPY would go to SPY would go to 688.98. So it's honestly not that far. Oh, the roll in there, that's what makes it more attractive in the S&Ps. Yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I see that now. So yeah, it's not honestly that far in the SPY. It's $2. 20 points on S&Ps. We're not far from all-time highs in there either. It's kind of crazy. Inverted hammer. Oh, so you think we go lower? You think we go lower and take out lows on the day? That's essentially what you're thinking, right? That's how you think the weekly finishes? Here's that Russell opening print test. See if we go down and make new lows. We certainly could. Downtrend for end of month a bit, and then a bit more in January. It's possible. I think we still push to get new highs by end of year, personally. But if we lose the daily, then I'm right there with you. Yeah, I mean, I'm currently flat, so I'm okay with either one at the moment. It doesn't make a difference. The Dow just did trade that 48,000 there. Russell kind of rejecting off of opening print. I don't know. I see that in the Dow. I see that in the Dow. I don't know if we're going to get it, though. We have been getting, like, later divergences, though. I mean, like, the divergence we got yesterday wasn't until 2 o'clock or 2:30. So it's like, that's the other thing is we had divergences at, like, 11:05, which we've kind of already passed that, 11:30 this week. So I don't want to sit here for another 2-3 hours just to maybe get the same setup on the day, or we've already peaked on the day and now we roll over. about to make new lows. 673s. We just did 669s. S&P's about to get new lows. What if shorts do get their day today? They haven't had it all week. That'd be kind of crazy, actually. All right, Derivator. Have a good one, bro. Russell's not coming off quite as hard. So red doji on the week. It's possible. It's possible. Bottle full of bub. Making love, so come give me a hug at the end of game drunk. Bottle full of bub. Singing into making love, so come give me a hug. Brought me a dope, that brought me all my fancy things, my crib, my cars, my clothes, my jewels. Look, homie, I changed up and I thought you'd be happy I made it. I have a little bit of other work I'm going to do here while I'm sitting watching this, but at the moment, it's kind of like, I'll just keep an eye out of the corner of my eye on this, but I think we'd be kind of pressing to find anything to do necessarily, so if we were to like immediately take this bar back out in the NASDAQ, for example, like back up over 25,700s, then like, okay, it kind of makes sense from there that we would want to potentially try and set a bottom and we could find some sort of higher low, etc. Then go from there and get the move back to high day if that's going to be the thing on the day. But until and if that happens, You think metals rally back? Certainly possible. Russell new lows. Is there any difference in those at the moment? Yeah, there's a couple tick difference, but nothing crazy. The only thing is like that 15-minute chart overall in the indices, specifically S&P and NASDAQ, looks really good. Kind of looks like Dow wants to get the new lows. I feel like we should just set up a couple apexes and bullport it. Send it. He said, now you're speaking my language. I mean, why not, right? Do we long it or short it? That's the question. Dow's making new lows. Only market. NASDAQ still holding opening print here. Bullport long or short? That is the question. We have an Apex account loaded. What's up, Nick? We're debating if we long or short full port Apex account here. Which way do we go? I say we full port long. Yeah, NASDAQ. I put it on for longs. I'm going to assume opening print holds, Russell divergence, Dow divergence, S&Ps did just make new lows there. 91.75s traded, or 71.75s traded 70.50s. Holy shit, I can't talk. On that last one there, I got freaking Crime Mob and Little Scrappy just like tearing it up in my ear over here. We need 15 G's on this account to pass it. We got a 5-lot NASDAQ long. Watch the best trade of the day being a freaking eval. We go straight to 25,900. It's good for 200 points. Yeah, yeah. Makes so good. I want to leave, but I gotta. She'll think to see. Anybody trying the long there? Good. I don't want to leave, but I gotta know what's your fantasy. From your head to your toes, and I wanna move from the bed down to the floor. Make it so good. I don't want to leave, but I gotta No, got sold out. Back row at the movies. Out the feed. Ain't so good. I don't want to leave, but I gotta. Well, we were just up about 2,500 in that account. No, we are down $82. So the eval may have a problem. Eval may have a problem here. We're just retesting opening print though. Let's see what she does now. I'm debating if the silver move is, do I really want to trade silver at the end of the week on Friday? Kind of that whole picture though is the question, right? But does that little sweep of lows just now take us back up over 59s, and there's a whole room all the way up to the 60s basically, which hasn't been tested yet on the week, obviously. Stop, don't miss. Do it. My back. What am I looking at in the long? It's just a straight up divergence at the moment. We had NASDAQ holding opening print. We had the Russell Dow making new lows. So it's a nice divergence. I'm trying to see if there's any, like, I'm just watching the differences between the micros here for some reason and seeing if there's any like little thing you can take from that. Like, is there a relationship between them making a new high or a new low and something else like not doing it, for example? I don't know if it's worth paying attention to or not, but it might be. Back. And my crack. My back. My crack. Oh, damn, that's a dirty looking truck. We're up $3,842. $3,842. We are 20%, a little over 20% of the way there. Need a total of $15,000. We're looking for 150 points from our entry, which at the moment, our entry is 682s. So if our entries are 682s, and yes, I am going to break out a calculator for this. Do not judge me. 24 682s plus 150 points. That would be 24 832s. So 24 833s will be target. 24 833s. Ladies and gentlemen, you are clear for liftoff. We're gonna make this a fat line. No, where'd it go? Where'd it go? 25. 25 833s. See? See, halfway done. So I can do it one more time. Get low. Get low, get low, get low. Not the NASDAQ. To the wall. To the sweat drop down my butt. Down, ski, motherfucker. It's fine, I came to the club about 50 times. Can I play with your panty line? Security guards want to sweat me now. Let's see a female twerk it. So I don't disrespect it. Boys. 59.14 was that old level, or the level going into the day here. In silver, we got an open up there. 59.30. Ones on that last bar now. These are funky timed bars. Down my balls. These bitches crawl. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. You scared, you scared. Scared, you scared. Back it up. No, back it up. Oh, then we go with it, yeah. Oh, then wiggle with it, yeah. Get low, get low, get low. We are up $6,417. Only another 90 couple of points to go here for NASDAQ to take us to the promised land of a past eval account. These motherfuckers that send out some damn political text messages are just the biggest pain in the ass. As we enter the holiday season, I'm reminded of the many blessings we share as a community and a state. But I'm especially thankful for you to give me some money. Please text blah 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 blah. Like, listen, bro. I might run for president. Shit, 2028, I'll be eligible. Right? How old am I? Am I 30? Yeah, I'm 34. Shit, I'll be eligible next year, 35, 2028. Marcus Osborne ticket, 2028. First rule of business, scratch the PDT rule. Gone. I bet you low-key that gets me like 2 million votes. If I was to run on a campaign promise that I get elected and immediately the PDT rule is scratched, that's the only message I really got to get out there. I bet I get 2 million votes. I mean, I could be a little delusional, but I'm just saying, I think it's a possibility. I'm just saying. It's that old 5914s there for silver we're kind of bumping up into now. $5,792, where we just were. Little pullback there in NASDAQ. I'd like to see us kind of get up through this little 767 wick there. That'd be kind of nice. Honestly, so far, it's kind of annoying, even though this is an eval trade. This is a pretty straightforward trade. Like, it was legitimately kind of a no-brainer. It was the NASDAQ retest of opening print divergence with Russell and Dow. It was pretty textbook. Which I guess currently, if we're looking at like points, it's up about 50 points here. Whether we get all the way to targets or not becomes the next question here. Or does the Dow reject off of 48,000s here and take us lower? It's also possible. We can stand up. The only problem is trail, right? So I can't really let this come back. 60, what do I got? 65 points to work with off highs. I guess I probably should pay attention to that. If it comes back 65 points off highs, then we're kind of screwed. Because that would essentially be our 6,500 trail. So 6150s. So we've got a little bit of room under 700s, like a couple points. Otherwise, it'll trail out. Which the trade probably still technically works, even if that was to be the case. But we would trail on the trailing drawdown. Well, shimmy, shimmy, shaping up there in the Russell, but I don't know that I really want that. I'm just gonna try and see if this eval works. We got a high there at 761.50, so we'll go ahead and set an alert up there. 761.75s. All right, go back to doing what I was doing. Yo, y'all got any like last minute extra Christmas gifts ideas? You got your son a 3D printer? It's kind of dope, actually. How old's your son? That's pretty sick, honestly. I saw this dude. He created like these little like cylinder like tubes, almost like culverts, basically, like a culvert look, like a screw kind of shape to them. But they were all different sizes, and then the smallest one, he had like 8 of them. The smallest one is where he put the money in, and then they all screwed into each other, essentially like this one would go into this one way, and then once you did that, then this piece went into another one that like the opposite way, the way the screw patterns were, and that's how he wrapped up his siblings' gift. So they have to unscrew like 15 of these little different like 3D printed things just to get their money out of the very last one. He just like rolled it up like a little tube. I was like, that's kind of like that. Make him work for it. Guy, you could have dirt bike. 3D printer probably safer. Maybe. Maybe. I don't fully trust Jackson just yet on a dirt bike. It was only 250 bucks. That's not bad. Those things have come down a good bit. Red Ryder BB gun. So when Jackson turned 1, I bought him a 22. So yeah, he's stocked on the gun side of things at the moment. He's got my old pellet gun and BB gun, and then he has my dad's old pellet gun as well, which is kind of crazy. It's like an AK style look to it, and you have like it's all metal, unlike mine obviously was plastic outside of like the barrel and stuff. But you take this like you got this little button you push down and you pull this arm down, and it like ratchets open. Single shot, you just drop one shot in there and ratchet it back up. It's a one pump thing. The thing's probably 50 years old, to be honest with you. It's kind of cool. Yeah, you drop $1,000 and he doesn't like it. He just runs out of ideas. He prints like 3 things and then he's done with it. I need something 3D printed. I just don't know specifically who to go to, how to get it printed. And it's probably like 2 or 3 pieces. I just haven't done it. I could probably make what I want out of like a sheet of plastic or something. I mean, I'm hoping this is not the type of action we can expect for the rest of the month. Like that would honestly be really surprising, I think. This meta looks pretty freaking phenomenal though, I gotta say that. Kind of discounted it earlier, but no, NASDAQ. Don't do that. You son of a bitch. Excuse me. Son of a biscuit. That took me out at 93.50. $93.50. Straight up nonsense. Straight up nonsense, dude. You gotta be kidding me. The lows are 92 quarters. Oh well. Now I can go to 833s though. Russell new lows there. Well, eval blown on the trailing drawdown. The trade actually had some legs to it if it was going to work. I saw that earlier with the SPY. Just because of the roll, we got close, and we had a couple of levels up here that were a little different. 627 20s there. I typically just focus on the futures. In this case, maybe it works, right? I mean, the only thing is we had the 864 level for the NASDAQ. It's like the high day is 868. So like that technically is like pretty much spot on, you know what I mean? To another world, we rely on each other. To another. That's low-key kind of frustrating though. Not gonna lie. Trailing drawdown, that gets me. Yeah, I mean, we front ran 25 900s. There's that, whatever that high is, 893.50s up there that hasn't gotten tested yet. Which was an overnight level, I think, maybe. So there's a lot up there in that like kind of 40-point zone. We don't seem like we want to get absolutely smoked to the downside, though. I mean, I say that and maybe it changes, but Hold on, I'm still here. Who was it that said metals go back to the upside? All right, 12:20. I got 10 more minutes. 2 hours and 50 minutes at the moment, so that'll be a 3-hour stream. We've been putting in some stream time this week, though. We've been consistently putting in some time there. Show me what you're working with. Yeah, you're gonna make me go up in here, up in here, up in here. You're gonna make me lose my cool, up in here, up in here. Y'all got any questions for me? Pretty slow, annoying action again now. We tried our eval shot. Maybe outside. Maybe outside. You're in short NASDAQ 25,698 entries. All right, let's see where we go. Crazy bear smash if I feel good, I'm on top of it when I dream. Switch it all down, back, get around. All right, 12:30. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here for the day. Metals kind of look decent for that rally back. Whoever brought that up earlier, I kind of agree. Gold, not so much. Silver, a little bit better, I think. In terms of indices, I don't really love anything here. I mean, I can see the move lower. I can also see us kind of getting a little peekaboo down here, back to opening print again. And then we get Russell and Dow to kind of set a little divergence, and then we rally from there again. So, this last divergence essentially took us, the low of this move was 651 quarters. We rallied 100 points to 761s. And that was all within a matter of 20 minutes there. So there's still a lot of day left. We could easily see that rally back, or we could just start to fade this and, work back down towards these overnight lows, which, is also about 100 and some points, like 130 points away. So NASDAQ, I think there's, 150 points worth of room, maybe a little bit more to the upside, like 130 points of room to the downside. There's really no edge, I don't think, in either of those two directions. I think it was earlier from the divergence, and we probably should have continued that rally if that was going to be the case. So, I don't love that it didn't continue that move if I was looking for longs necessarily. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna be it for me on the week. It's a nasty, dreary looking day outside, but I'm gonna try and get a couple things done, and then go have some sushi here tonight and look at some Christmas lights or something. So anyways, that's what I got. Appreciate you guys as always. I can't say that it was necessarily a great week, but we did still end up having a good week from the standpoint of following our rules, sticking to our plan. Sometimes the plan just didn't work, or we picked the wrong indice. So yeah, I wouldn't be too rough on yourself if you have a small red week going. I also wouldn't be too rough on yourself to think that you should have a massive green week going and you don't. because I don't necessarily think it was extremely easy. But anyways, yeah, we'll be back next week. Don't like I said, don't beat yourself up over it. I'll work on getting a review video out. Owe you one from November, and then obviously this week. I think there's a lot of lessons and things to take from that. So yeah, we'll work on that. Hopefully I can get that done. Might have to do it while I'm gone, but we'll see. Anyways, that's what I got for you guys. As always, thank you guys. Appreciate you. If you need me, just reach out, and we'll run it back next week. See what we get. Have a great weekend, guys.